people. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy new week. It is the 5th of February. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And as always, you're hosted by the best people. Let's introduce ourselves.
Morning, people. It's your boy Big Moss from the east side of the bridge.
Are you speaking in 2.5? You sound like a voice that comes from Brent's phone.
Getting in it.
It's 10 o'clock, no 9 o'clock. But as always, your favorite shade queen, my own royalty.
And they call me man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst. And of course, the melanin is jam-packed.
Always. I haven't seen you in colour in ages. The blue was a bit weird. Oh, the bottle was in the frame. Thank you, babes.
Figured out, switch things up a little
But
bit.
you do have to confuse your enemies. I'm very on
it.
that in terms of keeping people on their toes. Can't predict people. Brent Talenti, are you in the building?
I am. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Blessed and highly favoured.
Is your mic on, Brent? Not too sure I can hear you through the thingy.
How are you guys doing?
1 2 1 2.
Whilst Brent gets his mic sorted, but he is here. How are you? Browning? Browning?
What do you mean?
You know exactly. Don't be silly. Don't smile and say, what do you mean?
I don't know what you mean.
You know exactly what I mean.
Huh?
You're in your default setting.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's why you should make a scene.
That's not making a scene, it's complimenting. It's a compliment. Your skin is skinny, man.
It's my natural colour, man.
Love it. How are you then?
Unlocked. I'm tired.
Yeah, you had your kid over the weekend, didn't you?
Hmm?
You have your kid over the weekend? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds about right. that sounds right.
I ended up at a brunch yesterday as well.
Oh, you went to brunch? What kind of brunch? Do you go like a bottomless brunch or do you just have brunchy food?
It's bottomless.
Okay, that's a brunch.
Yeah.
That's a brunch. How was it?
It was all right, but because I didn't want to get drunk, I stopped drinking, and then I
Yeah.
got sick.
You got sick because you stopped drinking? Or
No,
got sick
like-
anyway?
Not like sick. Like I wasn't sick. I'm saying like when you start to feel like
Yeah, it just
Because-
starts to feel like,
yeah because
something
you,
right.
because you stopped drinking, innit? Like if I kept drinking, I just would have been on a
Yeah, you
wave.
were, yeah.
Because I tried to slow it down to be responsible, and then I started to feel like, oh,
Now you're aware that you've been drinking.
yeah. So I just went home.
Yeah, it's not really fun.
So what, whenever a brunch is bottomless, it's only the drinks, yeah? Not the
Yeah,
food.
food can't be bottomless.
God damn.
You know what?
Wait.
No, there's some places that give you like bottom. They might
To
give you like
fair.
bottomless prawns or something like that. You could, or wings or something like that. You could just keep going.
Actually, yes, there's a place, it's in Toote, I think, Boba Chacha.
Oh, right.
Slaps. Gosh, that slaps. But basically, their food is bottomless actually as well.
Yeah, there's some places that
Food
will,
and drinks are bottomless.
yeah, they'll just keep running for like, I don't know, like 2 hours or something.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you have a 2-hour window. And their food is, but then, so basically the way they do is like you can only order a certain amount, say like 9 items at one time, if that makes sense. Something like that anyway. But there's starters and stuff, and then you got one main, basically.
Okay.
But their prawn slaps, man. And to go back there.
Brunch is a trick.
Brunches, yeah. I like the places where like they're very quick to fill up the drinks. They're very on job and they stay ready. These are my favorite kind of places.
So yeah,
I like a brunch, man.
So that's why I'm tired.
I hear you. How was your weekend, Brent, you man?
Sorry. Good morning. I think Mike's working now.
Yep.
My weekend was good. Good morning, Nightfall. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, Imi, Snow Globe. Ding, ding, ding. Good morning, Star Crow. Good morning, Tintin. Remember Tintin?
Nope.
Tintin.
The cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I did
Oh,
actually,
yeah,
yeah.
I remember that. Thought we meant the person.
You thought him in a person?
No. No.
He said, please.
It's
Yeah,
interesting parents calling the child Tintin, though.
How you know his government name?
Please ask. Please
No,
let me know.
I didn't say it was. Good morning, Star Crow. Whenever I read Star Crow, I always think like the blackbird.
Oh, Crow.
Yeah.
Do you think it does it represent?
It probably
that?
has something to do with weed.
Probably.
Him as well.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Good morning, Cindy A. Good morning, Himilin.
So we do this every time.
Hermelin.
Hermelin.
Then, yeah.
Good morning, Oyin B.
Morning, y'all.
And shout out to
Expedia members save on.
Are you booking something?
I'm what?
No, I just came on live.
Shout out to Glycinia.
Brent.
What? What happened?
Shout.
They know why I did that. I guess somebody left a comment, Valerie, on our YouTube, and it said, shout out to Glycenia. I don't know if it's she was trying to get us to pronounce it wrong or something. I don't know, but shout out. My weekend was cool.
Love that.
We spent a lot of it looking to setting up the Discord community.
And you did that.
Which is now up and live. It's not finished yet, but you guys could join and start kicking off. I'm also looking for a couple illustrators. So if we have any illustrators in the community, please contact us via email, DM on Instagram, or in the Discord community. I'll tell you guys why when it is that you hit me up. I'll make that same announcement in the middle of the show as well and at the end of the show.
Nice. Thank you very much. But yes, as Brent said, so the Discord link Discord is up and running, and the link is in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
It's pinned. So guys, get to join in. Let's reveal our true selves on there.
How's your working, Emmanuel?
Yeah, it was alright, man. Tiring, eventful, but yeah, it was all good, man. We'll talk about one part of it in the reaction later.
Is it? Oh yeah, your situation. I went to my cousin's, like one of my older cousins' birthday yesterday, 10-40, and it was so nice because I saw my other cousins, and like cousins I hadn't seen in there's one of my cousins I haven't seen in like 15 years, maybe even longer. And I was like, oh my gosh, like it's like crazy. But their side of the family, they all look young. They stay looking young. Because one of my aunties, I was a flower girl at her wedding, like, not a bridesmaid, a flower girl, and she just looks the same. But it was it was so wholesome and so nice. Because it was like, oh, like, this is so cute. And moments like that is when I think, can I really pull off a small wedding? I will, though.
You need a COVID.
I said that. People that got married in COVID, I think that's the best thing that ever happened. I know some of them might not feel like it, but especially when you're African and your parents were the one dealing with the weddings, I think that was one of the best things ever. And then when after COVID, you just have a party to celebrate it.
Yeah.
That was a good time. But I'm gonna make it happen. But no, yes, I had a good weekend. And I went to some food place as well. That was nice. I had a chilled weekend, actually.
How was the food?
It was nice. So it's called Poor Boys, right?
Okay.
It's in like Kingston, which is not a bad area. I was like, oh, this is a nice area. Reminded me of Canterbury a bit. So I went to uni in Canterbury. It's nice. It's like southern.
That's southwest, isn't it? Out of London.
It's like Kingston up on Thames.
Yeah, ain't it that way?
Richmond, innit?
Yeah. Southwest.
Yeah. I don't know. I just get in a drive. I don't know. I just go. But it was nice. I think it's like Southern American food or something like that.
Okay.
It was actually nice.
Well, like soul food.
Not soul food. Because it wasn't... Actually, I don't know if soul food's black. But I don't know. But no, it was just Southern food. I don't know.
What's it called? Po' Boys?
Yeah.
Ain't that what they call one of them, their sandwiches?
Yeah, they do, yes.
And something
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But I ordered the wrong thing. I'm so annoyed. I ordered a brisket thing, right? But I thought it was going to be sliced. But so in my mind, it was going to be pulled meat.
Yeah.
When it came, I mean, to be fair, the menu did say sliced, but I was interpreting sliced as pulled.
Okay.
When it came, it was just slabs of meat. I said, excuse me.
Interpret slice as pulled.
I don't know, because basically when I was on the Instagram, what I was seeing looked like that. Because there was nothing else that I was seeing on the Instagram that fit the description of what I was going to order.
Okay.
Do you get me? So when it came and I opened my bun, I said, what the hell is this? I don't want this. But then we queued up for like an hour and 15 minutes to get there. It's stupid. It was nice food there. The best thing for me was the milkshake. The Oreo milkshake.
You queued for an hour wait outside?
Yes. Because TikTok made them blow. So this is a new thing now these days. And they don't have a booking system. And the only way I'm ever going to go back there is a booking system because it was silly. And I hadn't eaten all day, been to the gym and whatnot. I was just dying for it. But the food was nice. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go up and queue up again for it. Like I'm not in a rush to go back there. The milkshake there, because my friend was talking to me. I broke up my friend Crystal. I went with her, yeah. And she was talking to me. And the way I was just drinking the milkshake, she was looking at me like, you need to calm down. So when I finished milkshake, I was like, oh my gosh, that was so nice. She was like, yeah, because I was looking at you like, you need to calm down. Why are you drinking it like that? It was so nice. But it was a nice establishment.
Did I have like plant-based options?
I didn't look.
What about your milkshake? What about your milkshake?
It's Oreo.
Yeah.
It's Oreo vegan.
Yeah, what about the milk in it though?
It was more. Do you know milk? It was the milkshake was more like ice creamy than
Okay.
milky, which was nice.
Okay. So what can you have like normal ice cream?
I've forced somebody to accept
Okay.
it. I've forced my body to be fine with like waffles. You know, like creams and Caspers. Yeah, my body's gonna be fine with that. And milkshakes. Oh, baby, you're gonna deal with that.
Okay.
Everything else is what takes me out.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was fun though. It was nice. I like to eat. Everything to do. When the way to my heart, feed me. Yeah, but it was good. It was nice. It was alright.
Good.
I'm not doing it again though, but it was great. But yeah, we've got
I was gonna say, where you find it on TikTok?
yeah, so me and my friend, we both like to eat. So we both always go out to eat. So we've got a list of places that we're going through. So yeah, I think that we I have Instagram or TikTok. My feed is literally food. Food, gym, nails, and hair. Nice things, no? But yeah, I've got some other places I need to go to. I really want to start like a whole thing of like, come and eat with me, but not like a review thing because I can't be committed to things like that. But just we're going on an adventure because we literally we just enjoy going to places and discovering food and eating. But it was fun then. Nice.
Good.
Anyways, I've got a packed show. Please just get into our headlines.
Got some comments on Spotify.
Yes, we do. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so coming from Spotify. Hold on, it's down. Ty Boogie says, question to you guys. Do you think Sims cares? Oh, not Sims. Do you think Sims cares? Is it partly self-inflicted due to her not being hyper-visible, so people are going to have this kind of reaction to major awards? What do you think? What do you think?
Do I think she cares?
Yeah, do you think she cares about the backlash she gets? And do you think it's self-inflicted because she's not hyper-visible? So this conversation is going to happen every time she gets an award or she's nominated for an award. I don't think she cares.
I think we're human, innit? So there's going to be a part of her that doesn't like the conversation, innit? Because it's always negative, and it's always in a time when she's supposed to be championed, if that makes sense. So it's like, what's this? But I don't think like.
I don't think.
I don't know it personally, innit? But I don't think like we can validate her. You know what I'm trying to say?
I don't think it's gonna be like she's gonna question her career because of it.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I think like you said, human emotions make you feel like, oh wow, okay.
She knows her ability. She could see her success. So I'm guessing she like. That's just noise, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
But I think as a human, just the aspect, there's gonna be a part of you that's just like, come on, man. Like,
now why's my name in your mouth again? Yeah. Ruwaida Hassan, sorry if I didn't pronounce that right, says, I'm with Margs on this one. If you lose your job, at least council will help with the rent. If you're in private housing and you lose your job, you are homeless and will be on the street.
what's that
Okay.
about?
Synth Wincy says, I feel like your name is Cynthia, but Synth Wincy says, capitalism conditions you to operate under a scarcity system. They can solve social housing if they wanted to, but that's not profitable for them. Mark should watch The Platform on Netflix.
Why? What's that got to do with me?
Do you know how funny you are? it's off the conversation we're having about council housing and stuff like that.
I ain't gonna fuck about no platform. I ain't gonna change my opinion.
No, I think she's
The show is
siding
called
with
The
you.
Platform.
Oh, she's with me.
Yeah.
Oh, big up you then, man. Yeah, I'll watch it.
Shut up, you're fake.
What?
I say I don't care about I don't care about no platform. The show is called The Platform.
No, I thought she was telling me I should watch it because maybe I'd have a different.
Maybe you learn
No.
something.
She's
No.
saying watch it because like she sides with you, I believe.
You sure?
Let's read that again.
Ooh,
I don't think so.
I'm with Margaret on the previous comment.
Okay, yeah. you haven't moved on.
Sorry.
She said, because she said you're conditioned. She said capitalism conditions you to operate under a scarcity system. They can solve social housing if they wanted to, but that's not profitable for them. Margs should watch The Platform on Netflix. I don't know. It could go either way.
Cheers to my
Big up you, babes, though. Big up you. And
I
then
love this country. They give me like 2 brand new apartments. I'm the first person that's ever lived there. Ain't nobody been there. They're my house.
So you're cutting the ribbon.
Cut the ribbon. I cut the ribbon on that bitch. So I don't know what you're talking about. That's my yard. Ain't never getting that shit.
You know what's so mad is that he actually sat up to say all of this. You sat up to make this point.
No, I think she's, I think she's basically saying it shouldn't be up to you or anybody else to give up their properties. The government should just do it.
Oh yeah. Actually,
What,
that
should
makes
just
sense.
take my joint from me?
No.
No, like you should
should build- they
relax.
should-
Bloody hell. No one's taking your apartment, okay? First of all. Remember I was saying remember Imran asked to pose a question, if I'm in a better position, would I give up my apartment for somebody who's less fortunate? And I said, yeah, I would. And you said I was bullshit. She's basically, calm down.
No, it is. You believed when you said it. You believed that you were telling the
everything I
truth.
say.
Yeah, you do. You believed it, but you was.
But I said
But you was
business You're actually insane. When I say things, I believe the things I say because I will do it. I stand on business. Listen, I stand on business. I stand on business here, even if it means me cutting off my nose to spite my face. I stand on business. Anyways, yes, she was agreeing with you, to be fair, actually.
Okay, big up her, man.
And then Lynn M32 says, "Missed our girl Esther, great episode still." Thank you. This is when you start talking about aliens and AI and all that kind of crap you guys talk about here. I love that. I love that you guys do that. Thank you very much. It's love. My love language.
Can I just add it?
course.
I've seen the platform.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. I think you should watch it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, I think it further cemented capitalism.
You
but,
think?
but I think, yeah.
One could learn from it.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Well, yeah. That is it, man. Let's get into our headlines.
All right, guys. So this first headline, trigger warning. Very sad news, but I'm not too sure if you guys heard about this update. Basically, the teenage pair who murdered Brianna Ghey have been sentenced to life in prison
Good.
for an exceptionally brutal killing,
Good.
partly motivated by her transgender
Sickos.
identity. So they've now named these animals.
Good.
But yeah, Scarlett Jenkinson, who was described by the judge as the driving force behind the murder, was sentenced to a minimum of 22 years for what the Crown Prosecution Service said was one of the most disturbing cases their lawyers had ever dealt with. Eddie Ratcliffe was given 20 years for killing Brianna. The pair, both 16, were named for the first time before the sentencing after the judge lifted reporting restrictions. Mrs. Justice Yip said that Jenkinson was motivated by a deep desire to kill and had expressed a desire to kill again. So this other, because remember, we don't know.
Yeah, remember they had a list and
Yeah.
they said they'd done it before.
And they only got 20 years.
Yeah. It's a
I
shame.
see a man get 35 the other day. They don't even know if they can't even prove he was the shooter.
Imagine.
And they give him 35 for murder.
I wanted to give people for weed.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
20
but
years,
yes.
that's mad.
The court heard that she had written a new kill list since her detention.
Stop it.
Since her detention.
And she only got 20 years.
22 years, yeah. Imagine. And he got 20 years.
Is that because of their age or something?
Yeah, I
The
think
going
so.
rate for murder is like 30 at least.
Yeah, because they're 16.
Do you know what I think they should do? They should give, I think I would keep telling you, it should be life expectancy. Because they killed their age mates. So they should have given them the life expectancy that we're currently at.
I think that's quite fair.
But that's mad.
Yeah.
Because this one is not, it's not a murder where we're suspecting or we found a t-shirt and we're not sure. They actually, you saw the receipts, you saw the weapons, you saw them try and lie about it afterwards. Like, the motive, everything is, like, they were so intentional. And then to find out that while you're even awaiting this trial, you're setting a new list for other people, you should never get to see, like, they shouldn't even be allowed to the yard to do PE or whatever it is they do.
You know all them experiments they do to figure out if cancer research is working?
No, this is people you use.
This is it. 100%.
That's mad,
It's a
man.
damn shame, man. But in a statement in the court, Brianna's mother said that she was devastated that her lonely daughter was killed by someone they believed to be her friend and someone they trusted. Sad, man. Next headline takes us to Iran, where Iran has called US airstrikes on Iraq and Syria a strategic mistake after 85 targets were hit across the region on Friday. The US launched retaliatory strikes in response to last week's drone attack on a US military base that killed 3 American soldiers. Iran's foreign ministry said that the strikes on Iraq and Syria will have no result other than intensifying tensions and instability in the region. At least 16 people, including civilians, were killed as a result of the strikes. The US and UK also launched a new round of joint strikes on the Houthi targets in Yemen on Saturday. President Joe Biden said that the US attacks will continue at times and places of their choosing, but also added that his country does not seek conflict in the Middle East or anywhere else in the world. And our last headline, Northern Ireland's devolved government has reconvened and made history by appointing Michelle O'Neill as the first nationalist First Minister. The appointment of the Sinn Féin Vice President is a pivotal moment for Irish nationalism as it ends the dominance of pro-British Unionists as First Ministers. Taking up the post, she pledged to work with Unionists to build a better future for Northern Ireland and work tirelessly to improve the country alongside DUP MLA Emma Little-Pengelly. She stated that the ministers had to work together to challenge the UK government to provide more funding for Northern Ireland and that she will be a first minister for all. A referendum on Irish unity is not on the horizon, but when O'Neill was nominated, the countdown to a potential unification ticked louder. And that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into what you say on topic of the day.
All right, people. So this topic of the day, this is a bit of a... I'm definitely want to put out a trigger warning here for this one. This is a bit of a touchy one. And this is actually one of the headlines that will be coming afterwards, but I'm just going to read it now so that we get a base for this particular discussion. And the question is, anyway, should we introduce baby boxes or baby hatches to the UK? So
Yeah, man.
So this is based on, remember last week?
Formula's like £40 now.
The what?
The formula, baby milk. Oh,
No.
sorry. I thought you meant for the formula. Because I saw the price of the formula the other day. I said, excuse me.
It's crazy.
It's stupid. But I did see that someone said that basically Iceland don't increase the prices. They've
Okay.
kept it at like, it's a basic, I think what it used to be or something like that. So if you've got a baby or you know someone that's got a baby, tell them to go to Iceland instead of these other places that increase the prices.
100%.
Wait, oh yeah, the baby boxes. Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes. So remember last week we were talking about the baby that was abandoned?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is basically where this stems from. And this is from an article, it's about somebody who goes by the name of Toyin Odumala, and she's 22 years old, right?
Yeah.
And she basically is campaigning to introduce baby boxes in the UK. So I just want to give a bit of background about her and the reason why, obviously, she's basically campaigning for this. So she's got an online petition, and she says that the idea, which is in place across the US, China, and Europe, enables parents who cannot care for their child to leave them in a safe place. So that's what a baby box or baby hatch is, right? Her petition comes after a baby girl was recently found left in a shopping bag in Newham, East London. We spoke about this last week. And the government has said that it's invested in NHS England's maternity services. Now, reason why, obviously, I guess Toyin is motivated to do this is because she herself, she was born in July 2001, and she was wrapped in a denim jacket by her mother and with her umbilical cord still attached, left outside of a block of flats in Plumstead. This is back in, obviously, in July 2001. Yeah. Dog walkers found her and they raised the alarm. And now she's 22. She wants an end to babies being left on the street. So BBC was speaking to her. She said, this is still happening, so it's an issue and it needs to stop. We need to stop this ASAP, right? She was then, long story short, she was 11 when her adoptive parents actually told her what really happened to her. So obviously she's now, from then, she just felt like, why was I abandoned? Why did this happen to me? I just always blame myself, like, am I not enough? I always had questions I just didn't understand. So that's some of her personal stuff. But I guess based on that though, and based on what happened last week, do you guys, we'll go into it a bit deeper here, but based on the surface, do you guys feel like this is something that we need to introduce into the UK?
Yeah.
100%?
100%, yeah.
Okay. Marks, Brett?
You said Brent too.
You're funny, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay. I guess there's pros and cons for it.
What?
I guess there's pros and cons for it.
What's the point? What? I don't understand. It's not even like abortion is illegal anyway, so.
Yeah, but
sometimes people find out when it's too late.
Hmm?
People find out sometimes you find out when you're pregnant when it's too late. When you pass that stage, the scripted pregnancy, some people if this ever happened, I would die. People go to the hospital, thinking they've got heartburn, and they tell them, oh, you're in labor. What do you mean? So there's stuff like that happens, and also some people don't believe in it, but they will believe in abortion. Like I don't think I
They
would ever
don't
have...
believe in abortion, but they believe in
So,
leaving their baby in a box.
First of all,
like click and collect.
You're too quick. Hey, you're too quick. I made a mistake with slip of tongue. I meant they don't believe in abortion, but they believe in adoption, for example.
Okay.
Like I wouldn't say I had a big child. I don't think I'd go through with an abortion, but I'd give my baby away. I don't have an issue with that, or I wouldn't have an issue with that. So it's people's beliefs. There's just different reasons. And same reason, and I guess people have irresponsible sex for the most part. There's many reasons why people get pregnant. It could be from SA and stuff like that. There's different reasons. But I feel like that's why I'm saying yes, because the many reasons why people get pregnant, it's not going to stop, essentially. So the best thing to do is to create a solution for this problem that there is. There's no point going on a whole thing about preaching and telling people, oh, don't do this, don't do that. You can't force people to have kids if they don't want to have the kids. But unfortunately, they're in a position where they're having the children. So the best thing to do for me is protect the kids and put a thingy.
Yeah.
And put something in place to sort it out. A lot of times when we talk about a lot of social issues, people always say, well, if we spend time trying to preach and change minds and change attitudes, it's not gonna work that way. So let's create a solution for the problem that we clearly have. And so this is a solution for the problem we clearly have.
Yeah. Just to add a bit more.
That's the baby box.
Yeah.
Enabling people's foolishness. That's just enabling whatless behaviour.
So what do you rather they get left
baby
in? But
boxes.
the option, if that doesn't happen, the option is that they're left in the parks and they're left in coals, they're left in the bins, they're left in all these places that they shouldn't be left in. Because that's inevitable. That's going to happen. People abandoning their kids is going to happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, but they're pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But you're making it easier for them to be pieces of shit. They got a decision to make. As crazy as it sounds, leaving your baby in the park or on the street, it can't be easy. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it can't be easy. But you got a decision to make. That baby box is there. You made the decision real easier.
I don't think so.
Of course.
I don't think so because we've got what's it called? Yeah, I don't think so. I can't think of an example I can use to tally that up. But I don't necessarily think so because when I think of a situation like this, I think of the kid. The kids have been found alive and stuff. They've been found alive because someone happened to be there. That if someone wasn't there, those kids could die and that freeze to death and all that kind of stuff. Nah, man. And if he's gonna make it easier, then it is what it is. Because people can always leave their kids. That's the thing. I don't think having a baby box is going to increase.
Of course it is. There'll be way more babies in boxes than you find in parks.
I doubt it.
How? What's the point? Because if there wasn't a need for the boxes, then you wouldn't even make them. The supply and demand. The boxes are going to be full. There's going to be way more babies in boxes than random babies in parks and outside.
I don't think we hear about all the babies that are in parks. So when we hear the 1, 2, because someone's like, because they find them or they've been criminally charged, we think that's the first time it's happened in a while. But it happens very regularly. So I don't think it's going to, statistically, I don't think it's going to make it, like, it's going to be a massive jump. Because we don't hear about all the instances of this happening. We hear the extreme ones. It's like when we hear about, killings in the news and stuff. It doesn't mean there's no killings that week and that was the first one that happened. It's just that's the most extreme one that the news can report on. Or the news wants to use for the propaganda or wherever it is. I don't necessarily think it might increase or not increase. People are consistently abandoning their kids. What are the people called? Social services are consistently taking babies from people, like before they even leave the hospital, all that kind of stuff consistently happening. So I don't think having baby boxes is what's going to be. It was like, abortions. People were having abortions. I think it's sometimes some things is just about it being, it's not necessarily to eradicate the problem. It's more that it's done in a safe way. Yeah. Like before abortion was legalized, people were having to do it in like the backyards and alleyways and stuff like that. And so it was not being done safely and people were dying in very crazy ways and there was so many mad things happening. Now that there is the facility there, abortions are still going to happen, but it's happening in a more safer way.
I mean, I 100% agree with you. Like, it definitely will happen in a more safer way. And for those people who definitely, I guess, have made up their minds to get an abortion, for example. But at the same time, I agree with what Mark is saying because I feel like it now becomes a viable option for people who may not have thought of that in the first place. If somebody thought to themselves, you know what, obviously I'm thinking old school here where they had to use like hangers or whatever it was, God forbid, right?
For abortions?
Yeah, like crazy utensils,
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Horrible things. Like, some people may have been put off just because of the procedure, but knowing that you can get real safe medical care and it just be taken care of, because that's now allowed, people, obviously it depends on the person, but I think to a certain degree it becomes contraceptive.
But you know what I think though? Because like, let's just say with the abortion, yes, like there's people that are put off because abortion was being unsafe and stuff like that. But then if they go to then end up being shit parents, bro, leave the baby in a box. These are the kind of things that, this is why I have the stance that I have. Because again, for me, it's always about the kids. I'm always going to care about the children and the outcome of the children's lives and stuff like that. if there's no baby boxes, and so you're forced to keep this child, but then in you keeping this child, you're not equipped to raise this child properly. You're not equipped to provide for this child. This child is just suffering because you didn't want to use a box, bro. Use the box and give the child a chance in life. I feel like I'd rather that, man, than you feel like you have to keep this child, and then now because you feel like the way you treat this child, the way you raise this child is so evident that you're by force keeping this child. That's horrible, man. Then that child grows up to be another kid that just isn't well balanced, and then that can become a whole other thing, and they can go on now, have another child that's not well balanced. This is literally generational trauma.
Yeah. This is literally what's wrong with society. You're just raising people that don't have to take accountability for their actions. No consequences for their actions, no responsibilities, no nothing. They could just have babies and just throw them in boxes. Like, people was raising babies and having babies out of wedlock, weird situations, no money. People like have to struggle, and like, this is just life, innit? I'm not saying it's right, but this is just right. There's bare people that grow up in poverty and and do these things. People have to raise babies with nothing. This stuff has just been happening from the beginning of time. And now you're saying because you're going to struggle, whatever, you should be able to put your baby in the box. Like, I don't understand what kind of mentality this is.
I'm not talking about struggles, but the average human struggles. A rich person can have a kid, and then they could lose their job and they could struggle. I'm not talking about struggle in itself. I'm talking about people that are not equipped. That couple that left their baby in a bag, that had a baby in a little bag or whatever bag it was, they are mentally ill. They cannot take care of the child, which was the part of the problem. So I'm not talking about your average struggle where you're trying to make ends meet and blah blah. I'm talking about people that actually cannot take care of the child. I'm talking about people that are going to end up abusing the child. They're going to neglect the child. They're going to leave the child alone to fend for themselves.
There's social services,
and we've had a conversation about social services. How much are they really showing up in these situations?
Yeah, but when you put a baby in a box, where do you think it's going to go?
Yeah, but I personally feel that's a better situation. I think the child being in a box and then being in a place where there's more supervision than when society assumes that because it's with the parent, the child is automatically fine. I think you're likely to get a better result, the child going into care. Because kids, they can be adopted. There's different things that they can be adopted. There's fostering, there's all that kind of stuff that could happen compared to a child who is with parents who are not equipped and who emotionally abusing the child, neglecting the child, all that kind of stuff. I think it causes more harm and more damage.
Do you think maybe an extra step? So,
because the beginning of all of this is people having safe sex. If we're really going to say we want to create a solution, it's people having safe sex. But how many people are having safe sex? People are having kids that don't even know they have kids. People that literally go and have sex with a person and then piss off and don't know the person's pregnant. It's a whole thing. So if we're really going to say this is what needs to happen, then we need to get to the root of the problem. Everyone lock your genitals up.
But of course, we're in the thick of it, right? And just like you just said, those people who had mental health the other day, right? They were just carrying their baby in a little bag. Such a person is not going to go to...
Take little out of it. I don't know if it was little bag.
I think it was,
I think it was. I'm like, where did I get little from? Okay, yeah.
But such people are not going to go and utilize this box, though. You know what I'm saying? Because the baby...
Do you think so? I think they would, man.
Trigger warning as well, yeah. But I think the baby was dead. They were just carrying around a dead baby.
No, the baby was alive.
No, at some stage. Was it dead? Were they talking about trying to give it a good burial or something?
I don't even know. I can't remember, actually. But I honestly think that people would, though. Because it's like I think people will use the box. Because it's like the abortion thing. When abortion wasn't available, people were having to go to the backyards and get, these quack doctors to do it and whatnot. When it was legalized and there was actually places people could go to, they went there. I thought people would utilize it.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Like, I'm just talking about the mental health aspect. Like, those people with mental health issues, I feel like they may not even use it anyway. They'll just do whatever they do it.
Yeah, but
But
they're different because they're ill, so they don't even know what it is that they're doing.
This is it.
To be fair.
But like you're saying, I think people will start using the boxes 100%. But I think that's the problem, though, because you'll get a situation where people will start to use it more. It's hard, though. It's hard to actually to know that those people who would have otherwise kept their baby in a plastic bag and left it in a park somewhere will be the only ones to use this. I don't think that will be the case. I think it would then incentivize, in a weird way, people who feel like, you know what, I can't do this, to just drop it in a box. Because in your brain, you'll feel like, my baby will get looked after, I'll be fine, there'll be anonymity, nobody will judge me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine.
it'd be interesting to know what it is, to know what the stats are in America where they've actually rolled this out. Because again, there are babies that are abandoned consistently in this place. So I can't say that the stats may jump up or go down or anything like that on account of we don't know what the stats are currently or the number of babies that are abandoned. I'm sure we can Google that. Then we know.
All right.
I think I still think people have the mindset that because of the stories that you hear, you don't think it's happening very often, but it's happening very often. The people abandon their babies. You just don't really hear about it.
All right, I'm going to look up some of the.
So it will be interesting to hear the American stats.
But I want us to kind of go through some of the pros and cons of this year, just in case I guess there are certain things that we maybe haven't covered yet. But some of the pros, like you mentioned, Esther, obviously it's going to provide like a safe and secure environment for these infants to be left. Yeah. So this is obviously going to reduce the risk of harm and abandonment and all them things. Also the anonymity for parents. So you ain't got to talk to none of the parents. And I think sometimes that might be a barrier as well, isn't it? Like certain women may feel like, you know what, if I have to speak to a doctor, if I have to speak to a social worker, that's that extra barrier, you know what I'm saying, that they don't want to have. So I'd rather just leave my baby in a park somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So at least that part of it is gone. What about access to medical care? So when placed in hospitals or healthcare facilities, these baby hatches ensure that infants receive prompt medical attention. Because I think some of them, if I'm not mistaken, when you put them in the thingy, there's like a bell or something. Because they're attached to like churches and...
Yeah, so they let them know that there's a baby in there.
Straight away, yeah.
Because I've heard some churches have that. Like outside of the government having it, some churches actually have it.
Social support services, of course, they're all going to be linked to social services. So, you know, what do you call it? Parents will get offered counselling and resources to help them navigate challenges. If in some of those cases, anyway, where the baby hatches are associated with support services for parents and stuff. Yeah. But what about the cons? Yeah. So I believe in that same article, I think it's the UN that were talking about this, but they're basically talking about how these babies, they deserve there's certain like child rights basically they need to be having, yeah. And when you're robbing a child of its origins and its heritage, you're robbing a child of its right. You know what I'm saying? In that regard. What about that? How important do you rank that in the grand scheme of things?
Are you asking me? I think when I put it in, as in like in the ranking, what else is in the ranking? Because if it's neglect again, if it's someone not being able to take, I'm sorry, my heritage is least my problem at the moment. When I'm taken care of and I'm well balanced, then I can start looking for my heritage and stuff like that. But I don't think heritage is enough for someone who doesn't want a child, who's not going to raise a child properly to keep the child. I don't think the heritage of knowing what village you come from in Nigeria is why you should get to keep a child.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Well, I guess, let me just read what the UN said. Basically, what they were saying is, where is it? The baby hatch scheme is not supported by charities such as Save the Children, as it contradicts the advice from the UN Committee on the Rights of a Child. So the UN has said that the boxes contravene the right of a child to be known and cared for by his or her parents. So that right, you know what I'm saying, is taken from them because of the parent saying, I don't want to care after this child. You know what I'm saying? Save the Children says that it would like to see more help and support for families to prevent poverty and other problems, so no baby is abandoned and every child has the best start in life.
That's a good scheme, boy.
It's just enabling fuckery, man. You may allow them to use it anonymously. Yeah, it's a joke.
All right, what about this other, I guess what about the impact on the adoption system? So, of course, people in this situation, like the kids, are kind of bypassing the whole adoption process. You know what I'm saying? So potentially undermining the efforts to find suitable and vetted adoptive families. That's what some critics are arguing. You know what I'm saying? It contributes to that. Also, the risk of exploitation. There's a concern that baby hatches may be exploited by human traffickers. What about that?
As in they have fake buildings and then
it
goes like in a cab or something, it goes off.
Maybe it could be. It sounds crazy, but
I was giving them ideas.
Like a fake box.
It's a $1 billion business. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately,
A box in the box.
Yeah, there's that actually. That is a good concern.
So I have You asked a question about the program in America.
Yeah.
It's only recently they've run a few pilots in a few states.
Okay.
They don't have enough information. It's limited data right now.
Okay.
Most US programs are relatively new and lack robust long-term data on their impact. Existing value evaluations focus on short-term outcomes like program reach and satisfaction amongst recipients. Positive feedback. Initial assessments indicate high satisfaction among participating parents who appreciate the provided essentials and educational resources and early intervention potential. Some programs show promise in promoting parental care, attendance, and early childhood development resources. Challenges. Sustainability. Securing long-term funding for expanding the programs remains a challenge. Standardization, lack of uniform design across programs limits comprehensive evaluation and hinders potential nationwide implementation. Potential concerns. Some express concerns about program eligibility and potential stigmatization, requiring careful consideration during development and implementation. So overall, while conclusive statements about the overall success of baby box programs in the US are premature due to limited data and diverse approaches, initial feedback suggests positive reception and potential benefits to parents and infants. However, overcoming funding, standardization, and potential equity concerns are crucial for further development and potential wider implementation. So I guess we have to wait until it is that they've been running this for a while, and then we can cycle back.
All right. There's one other thing I wanted to mention. Sorry,
My
guys.
take, though. All right. So if you create these boxes, it gives people another opportunity, provided that it's not manned and the CCTV is everywhere and they're just trying to catch them up. It provides people who were just going to dash it or put it in bags or whatnot some form of comfort that they can choose. And I think if you put it there, I think it's better than if it is that you don't.
You think they deserve
For the
some
child.
comfort?
Huh?
You think they deserve some comfort, those people?
So I believe
It's like
that
sick in
not
their
everybody is like you.
What do you mean?
Your brain
Right.
and your care for the children. Or I'm not sure if it is that you know what happens when it is that you have a child hormonally or emotionally. I don't know if it is that you know what a woman may go through. What a person may go through
Yeah, that's true.
when they have a child, right?
That's true.
So, as Esther said, there might be some people out there who have mental health problems.
Yeah.
And if they know through some form of education, some form of marketing, that there is the ability, if you have a thought to now put your child in a bag or leave your child outside of a fire station, if you know that there is a box there, seen as you feel like you don't want the child or you can't look after the child for whatever reason, you make your way and you put it there.
There should be a support system for people with mental health and stuff like that anyway. They should be in contact with, having conversations and talking. There should be a whole support system set up for people with mental health. If you've got problems raising your child, right, we can take them. This is the social care and the social system. This stuff is all there for already.
Thank
And
you.
Obviously,
It's already there.
and obviously,
Yet little happened.
obviously, yeah, but that stuff's been happening from the beginning of time, and it's gonna happen. It's not right.
Precisely.
People should be prosecuted for that. You shouldn't be enabling people to do that stuff. We're not talking about the people with mental health that need it, that's gonna do it and all that. What about the people that didn't do it? What about the people that are struggling, yeah, that are going through things, that are on the edge, teetering, but because they got humanity, they can't bring themselves to go and leave that baby in no park or in no street corner, whatever. They're gonna go and use the box.
Can I ask a question?
They should have persevered and raised their baby. That's what they should have done.
Should people be prosecuted if they hand it into a hospital?
No.
What's the difference?
Abandon your baby on the street.
No, if the box
What's the difference between? What is the difference
No,
between?
can I ask the question without you interrupting me?
I was going to ask you back.
If there is, if you're saying that it shouldn't be prosecution if it is handed into the hospital, suppose this box is attached to the hospital. Suppose the hospital is running this and they have the boxes all across the.
You wouldn't need
the
boxes.
state.
You wouldn't need boxes. Just tell people go to the hospitals and things. Like the boxes they're on the street
friend,
corners,
my
they're on
friend,
high
my
streets.
friend,
You walk
my
down the
friend,
street and see
my
baby
friend,
boxes
my
and
friend.
hear crying and hear bells ringing.
My friend, if you're saying they shouldn't be prosecuted if they hand it over to the hospital,
If you go through
and the
proper services,
hospital
that's
is
like saying people who
behind-
give up their babies to social services should be prosecuted. Why? No, they shouldn't.
all right. So if the
If
hospital,
you abandon your baby, you should be prosecuted. That's it.
you finished.
Yep, I'm done.
We say that.
All right.
That's
So
ironic.
if there's a safe way to give your baby up, and there
is.
I know there is right now, but we have post offices, don't we?
Yeah.
And we drop off parcels to the post office.
Yeah.
They also drop off boxes to put into the boxes into the parcels into the post office system, right?
There's also click and collect where I can order and go and pick up my stuff from Amazon as well. What are you talking about? You think, I don't want babies in these boxes.
Let me finish.
You don't need to finish. There's nothing you're going to say to me that's going to make me change my mind about these babies
Why are you so
in these
opposed to
boxes.
hearing different opinions today?
Because it's a waste of time because my opinion's not going to change. I don't want to hear it.
Well, if it's not going to change, then you shouldn't mind me saying it or asking you questions.
Yeah, but we're going around in circles. I'm going to say the same thing. No matter what you say, I'm going to go back to the same point. Me
Then,
personally.
Should I just stop talking then?
No.
Is that what you want me to do?
What, to me? About this?
To you. I should stop talking to you.
Yeah.
All right then. Jeez. I think it's cool. I think it's a safer way.
I think it stinks.
I hear you.
Do you know what the reality of all of this is? Yeah, when it comes to babies, yeah, people would primarily look at the mother as being the one that's responsible for the kids. Because even when we read that article last week, and I was saying what I was saying, people were acting confused. But that article went from this couple and then went to saying she all over. If women weren't victimized about having children the way that they are in society, and they actually had a support system, they wouldn't need to be dumping babies. I'm sure if they look at the statistics of people that are having to dump their babies and leave their babies and whatnot, it will end up being single parents. So if we're really going to start prosecuting people and we're not going to... Let me finish. Let me finish. If we're going to... Do you think that society prosecutes single absent fathers the way that it looks at absent mothers?
Prosecutes?
Yes, prosecutes, judges, gives comments about just literally the way society looks at absent fathers. Do you think that absent mothers are looked at in the same way? They're judged in the same light?
They shouldn't be judged in the same light.
I'm not asking what should be happening. I'm saying what the reality is. Do you think that they are
No,
in the
they're
same
not,
light?
and they should not be.
Why shouldn't they be?
You've got breast milk.
I'm done.
Allow it. You're looking after the baby. Oh, you know what? I'm not even getting into this, so I'm going to get in trouble. But no, I don't think they should be the same.
You've already done damage.
I don't think they're the same.
Your response
I
to
do not
your
think
response
they're
to
the same.
Your response to people that both had a child, the child is both people. Your response to that is because the woman has breasts.
If I had this baby,
she should be the one who solely has to take care of the child.
If I had this baby, yeah, and I never had no money, no nothing to my name, like nothing to be able to provide for this baby, yeah, this baby's dead. Yeah, you don't need a penny. You can rear that child. Yeah, obviously you need a roof over your head and stuff like that. No, don't get me wrong. But you can keep that child alive.
First of all, I can't. Do you know why I can't? Because not every woman produces breast milk.
Wet nurses.
No. Oh my gosh. I'm not even doing this actually. I want to have a peaceful week.
Your water dropped.
I want to have a very good week.
Water up.
I told you I don't want to do this.
I cannot believe this conversation.
I told you I don't want to do this.
That's it. Honestly, you're speaking from a place of privilege. That's why you're so against the boxes. Because in your mind, the woman should be the one who takes care of the child anyway, and really and truly, the man can't do nothing to help. So that's why you're so against someone, a mother who doesn't have the resources to take care of a child. The reason why she's going to turn to the box is because the man is a deadbeat. If he was there, then let's struggle together. But that's not the reality of life. That's not the reality of society. Anyways.
Well,
you're an interesting young man.
I am.
Yeah, 5th of February. This is what you decided to do. Go anybody else.
Yeah, I just wanted to know.
Because you got breasts, you know. I can't go over that. I cannot go over that. That's mad.
I just want to read a couple other cons, yeah. So baby hatches might be seen as a quick fix, right? Potentially diverting attention and resources from efforts to provide support and resources for family preservation. What do you think about that? Okay, let me just keep reading.
I'm still stuck on the breasts. Or was it actually, yeah, after the phone call?
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything if I say too much.
You already said, trust me, you can't do any more damage. I'll be honest with you, the hole you dug for yourself, you couldn't go lower. It's impossible.
Well, he's decided to do it.
Impossible.
Like
it's actually impossible. It's actually impossible to make it work. So you might as well say whatever you're thinking.
You're already there.
You're already there. You're already there.
That's not good.
The bus has crashed. It's all casualties.
The bus crashed.
It's all casualties. It's done.
Can you call back, please, whoever
It's done.
called?
You must read what it was that you said, please.
Yeah, last thing was the concerns that the anonymity provided by baby hatchers might contribute to long-term psychological distress for birth parents. You know what I'm saying? Because they will never know the fate of their child.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's assuming, obviously.
To be fair, it's something that people have to kind of live with, because even people that get abortions and stuff, people think that it's just an easy thing that they do. But it's something that you have to live with, unfortunately.
But abortions will be easier, though.
Yeah.
Because the baby's dead. The baby's never existed.
Morning.
No, it's not.
Morning.
Morning, caller.
Morning.
I don't like what you started
Morning.
with.
Yo, this is a strong start to Monday, you know.
Do you know what's this? You know, that's the maddest thing. This is crazy. I'm the only one about offspring. I ain't got a shout.
This is crazy.
Yo,
What kind of spirits entered this
I'm
room?
scared for who's on the line. I'm scared for what they're going to say. That might just be the end of the show today. Good morning. Your man have heard the first 3 headlines and that's it.
Morning.
Morning, caller.
yo. Yo, morning.
Who's
Who
speaking?
are we
Man?
speaking to, please?
It's Ed
Morning,
speaking. I'm not here to cause any more chaos. I promise. I'm gonna try not cause too much chaos.
Thank God.
Because these people are causing chaos when they said what they said. So I'll let you know when we cause chaos or not.
Alright, well, wait this. I ain't gonna back Margs on the because she got breast. She's the only one in charge. You get me? I'm not backing that one.
He said he don't want to back.
I'm not backing Margs on that
He said he
one.
don't
I'm
want
not
to
backing
back
Margs on that one. Yeah,
He
I'm
said
not
he
backing
don't
Margs
Oh,
on
I
that
thought he
one.
said he was backing you.
No.
Nah, I ain't backing you on that one. I heard the logic of what you're
Say
saying,
but,
obviously,
though. Say
in
but,
the
because
literal
I
sense
can
of...
feel it coming. So you're
I
not
hear the
backing me on
logic.
that one, but go on.
No, I don't know if I'm hoping, I'm trying to save you this one where I'm going to say it's a
So,
thing of
however,
social services need to be funded to help those people that you're kind of talking about in terms of the ones who's like just panicking and shook and not even just the ones in mental health, like just the ones who are just literally just like a scared youth or scared, someone who's broke or whatever it may be that, that are in a situation where they're gonna, more likely because they're just scared and panicked, they're just like, all right, well, Bunny, let me just use this instead of being able to get help to speak to, the right people and be able to help me out.
Yeah, and
them,
I
like,
agree
be
with
it the
that. So don't you
charities
think
or
the
whatever it
funding
is
for
to-
social care would be better off used finding support for those people than getting boxes?
Well, obviously, that's the preference. Like prevention is better than cure, and that, of course, isn't it? But realistically, they're taking money away. They're not putting more money into social services. Isn't it? So I sit there and then go, my thing is, I'd rather see, double the number of babies abandoned, but they're in boxes and in a bit more safe condition than, but the way it's currently now, where they're seeing freaking babies in bin bags or babies in plastic bags or babies in toilets
Rather
or
the
whatever it
number
is.
double, but at least they're in boxes.
Yeah, because they're in a safer situation. Like I sit there and go, I'd rather see that. I'd rather see a more humane way to put a baby to give up a baby than putting. No, of course, no. I'm not saying I don't want them. I would want the numbers drop. I'm saying based on what the system is.
That's not what he said.
Yeah, I'm saying based on what the system is.
That's not what he said. You know for that's not what he said. You're a wicked man. Wow. Sorry, Ed.
I got a hard
Sorry,
stance when
really
it comes to
sorry.
kids and stuff. I don't really play. I don't really mix. I don't really budge. We don't offend. We don't both. We don't break. Treyway, baby. I don't play. I don't play.
I hear it.
What's a
When
treyway?
it comes to
Are you? Oh, sorry,
I'm trying not to laugh too much,
no.
man.
I'm sorry, Ed. 1 second. Are
Trying
you
not to
okay
laugh,
this
that's why.
morning? Are you okay this morning? What happened over the weekend?
I'm just saying.
You should don't go to another brunch on Sundays. That's what changed back his week. He need to went on a brunch and look at this.
You see how the new black is blessed and highly favored, right?
Amen.
When he took the hat off,
Look at that.
just
Yeah.
devil just said,
It's true.
you're gonna hat anymore. It's just filthy now.
You're more empathy. Put your hand back up.
When the hood goes on,
I said
demon
treyway.
comes out.
Demon mode, man. Demon
Bro,
mode.
Sorry.
treyway. In the morning. That's mad. But you know what though?
Bend,
Do you know
we
what
don't
though?
fold, we don't break.
Listen, to be fair though, because something Ed said actually made me think of something else. Because again, when it comes to women and having kids, like, there's women who are married, for example, and the father's there, present, doing night feeds with them and whatever, and even they talk about like how it is that they feel in terms of their kids and like just the way the hormones have to settle with them. Hormones do this and hormones do that. And I think what really will be good would be having like support groups for women. 'Cause I think because people assume that women have breasts and so they're just automatically maternal and stuff like that, when women are actually struggling when it comes to having a kid and whatnot, because there's no manual on how to do it. And every child is different. So when women are struggling, because of how it is that women, society looks at women and they think you should already know what to do, a lot of women feel shame to say like, you know what, I'm actually struggling. I need advice. I need da kind of thing. And unless you got like your mum there, or your aunts or whatever who are there, and not many people have that, unless you got a village who you can speak to and openly with, a lot of women feel like shame to express that I don't know what to do. I'm confused. I'm I'm struggling, blah, blah, blah. So maybe if there were more organizations and stuff that actually focus on that, where women could actually have this conversation and do that kind of stuff. Because women do it. They have like mummy Facebook groups and they all share tips and all that kind of stuff. But not everyone, unfortunately, has access to that. That could actually decrease the number of babies that are abandoned. Because again, a lot of women struggle that there's no... You can feel like you're going to be the most maternal person in the world. And then as soon as you have a baby, now you don't know what to do. You don't know how to function. Like you're literally figuring out one day at a time. And then with your hormones being so heightened and stuff, you feel like a failure. There's women who can't breastfeed for medical reasons. And that's something that breaks them because they're like, I feel like I failed. I feel like I'm letting my baby down. There's nothing wrong with giving the baby formula. But again, because of this societal thing where you feel like you have to be able to do that, it breaks them. When we talked about, who was that? I can't remember. I think it was 5 times more ladies. And I think Chloe was one who said she's got like a daddy's group and stuff like that. And a lot of men were saying about when the baby's here, they don't know how they can make themselves useful. And they feel like The way they're feeling is times 1,000 for the woman who feels like I've had this baby comes from within me. I should know what to do. But some women don't know what to do. So maybe if there were more organizations and groups and stuff that actually focus on that, it might lower the chances of babies getting abandoned, because it's a very overwhelming experience. I haven't experienced it, but I've got friends, I've got family who have, and I literally feel for them. When I have conversations with them about how it is that they're feeling and stuff like that, it's like you're not speaking to the same person.
But that's my stance, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Stance. You said women have breasts.
Prevention is better than cure.
Don't latch onto my point.
I'm saying prevention is better than cure, and get to the root of the problem and provide the support for these mothers from before the babies even come here. And then there will be less need for any boxes. That's the same thing that I'm saying. I'd rather go that route than go boxes route. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with it is that you think that men should be absolved of the responsibility because they haven't got breasts.
No. I never said that.
What?
I never said that. I never said
Your
men should
response to
be.
what I said,
I never said men should be
that.
absolved of responsibility.
But I said people should. I said they should be judged. Yeah, I said that. Why they should be judged the same way the woman is judged. And you said you don't think so.
It's going to be
because
tough.
Women have breasts.
And apart from the couple, I don't know, unless there's going to be couples that walk up and do it in tandem and drop the baby off at the same time, yeah? Nearly 100% of the people that are using the boxes are going to be women.
Why is that? The point I brought up about the men being shamed as well, is that if men are being shamed, then they would have to stand. They would have to be in the kids' lives and be a support system to this child that they've just had with the woman. If you're saying they shouldn't be judged in the same light, then how would they? How would they stand?
They should be shamed. Men, I'm not saying that men shouldn't have responsibility to look after their kids, because that's not what I'm saying at all.
I'm saying they should be judged in the same light as the women who abandon their children, because there's stuff that you can do as a man that you can help raise your child.
Yeah, of course you can
help feed your baby.
Of course you can help.
There's things a woman can pump and you can feed. There's things that there's responsibilities you can have even when the baby is a day old. So men who abandon their children should be judged in the same way the woman who abandoned their child. And that way, then the men will be part of that support system. If I have a child, I did not get myself pregnant. I should automatically, one thing that should be guaranteed in this world is that I have a support system right here. I have a man who I can do this with. Mm-hmm. If I don't have that, everything that I'm doing, it's a lot of work that I have to do myself. And so I understand why the woman will feel like, you know what, this is I don't know what to do. Let me put the baby in a box, and the baby's probably got a better chance than me just doing what I'm doing and messing up this child. If the other person's there, you can, even if you don't know how to step, you can speak life into the person and say, you know, we'll figure it out together. Those words alone, we'll figure it out together. I'm here, we'll do it together. It makes such a big difference.
You know what, yeah? Because it sounds like I'm pushing blame, yeah? We're together, huh?
Is there a caller?
Yeah. Wait, 1 second. I just need to say
hello.
Because
one second, sorry.
Men and women are both equally responsible for raising children and stuff like that. You get what I'm trying to say? Like everybody, like that, and these are facts. No one shouldn't be left to do it by themselves because you never made it by yourself. You know what I'm trying to say? Like we all got responsibilities. We've got a duty of care to our children to look after them. That is a fact. But just science, nature, whatever the hell it is you want, yeah, there is no way in hell men should have this. You can look at men the same when it comes to the responsibility of raising children. There's no way in hell. How?
That's wild.
How?
That's wild.
God did this.
Because that's your child. God didn't. Don't bring God into it.
He enabled
That's
you. He
your
gave you the
child.
tools to provide.
That is your child. I have seen fathers.
Use any lane to turn left onto Piccadilly.
What's happening? I'm so sorry, Caller. I'm so sorry
You're in
after
9-minute
this.
congestion.
But I've
You are
seen
still
men
on the fastest
who
route.
are in their child's life with their mother, and they have responsibility, and they are there for the children. It's not something. It's not just a woman's responsibility just because she's producing milk.
No, I never said that. See, that's not what I said.
Then why are you bringing up breasts?
No, you said they're equal. I'm saying, look,
Everybody
has the right. Men have the responsibility to look after their child. They do. You should.
But you have the same amount of responsibility as the woman. I think it's wild to say you don't, and that is why absent fathers are not shamed the way they are. Caller, good morning.
Morning. Well, where are we at in this baby box conversation?
Wherever you want it to go.
Wherever you want it to go.
Wherever you want it.
It couldn't go
Obviously,
lower.
man, just tuning in and out. I'm at work and that, innit?
Get your shit off, King.
I think, that they shouldn't. Say that again?
No, I said get your shit off, man. You're calm.
Yeah, no, I think that they shouldn't do that, like, what's the difference between what's wrong with dropping them at the police station or the fire station like old school?
That's what I'm saying. Well, no, that's not.
Why get rid of the
What's wrong with it?
the anonymity?
Can I answer that?
Yeah, but the anonymity, whatever it is, the anonymous side doesn't sit right with me, innit?
Can I answer that for you?
Anyone can just go drop a you off.
Can I answer
Yeah,
that?
if you had to sign up to use that box, then that's different, isn't it?
Can I answer
Yeah,
why
you have to
the
sign up, then
anonymity is
yeah,
different?
but then that's not the angle that they're coming from. The angle they're coming from, it sounds like the highlight of it is that it's unique, it's anonymous, isn't it?
Yeah, but can I answer that?
That
Can I
you
give you
just
a reason
go
why
and
that's important?
absolve yourself of responsibility. No, you shouldn't be able to do that. That's wrong.
Can I answer why that's
Go
important?
face the police, face the fire brigade, and drop your E off.
So basically, right, society in itself, this is what I'm speaking about, and this is why the whole me not understanding where Mark's coming from is stemming from.
Yeah.
Society shames women who have children and do not take care of them. Society does not have the same energy for men. In every situation, every social issue.
No, but how do you say that?
Let me answer the question. You asked the question, I'm going to answer it. You asked the question, let me answer it.
Go on.
In every social issue that involves women are shamed. I don't understand how you cannot understand this. Trigger warning, when rape victims have gone to the police to report said rape, the police shame them. Do you really think a woman is going to go into the police station and say, hi, here's a baby, I'm going to abandon my baby, and she's not going to be shamed for that? Do you really think that?
No,
when they are shamed
the police have a duty of care to not shame that person.
That is why
the police have a duty of care to not
important.
shame that person. How can the police shame the person because they're dropping the you off?
For the same reason why they shame,
don't. They have a duty of care.
Sexual assault victims.
They can't do that.
What are you talking about?
And
in an ideal world, they shouldn't shame them, but they
we're
do.
changing the subject here. Right now, we're talking about dropping off youths. I'm not talking about sexual assault and all that. That's
No. You asked the question. You asked the question about why anonymity is important, and I've answered that for you. And I'm not understanding how it is.
And I'm telling you why. But I'm telling you why it's not good. Why it's not good.
You're speaking from a place of privilege.
Well, you can just drop a you off.
Question.
Speaking from a place of privilege.
Mags, do you agree with him when he says that it should go back to the olden days of dropping outside a fire station or a police station?
No, that wasn't. I'm not that.
I'm asking a separate question.
Huh?
Do you agree with what he's saying?
Not necessarily. That's not my point. That's. I wouldn't down that hill. That's not a.
Because it's the same as dropping it off into the flipping box.
Basically, yeah, I would prefer, yeah, to prevent abandoning babies. Period.
In the first place.
That's what I'm saying. So
Anybody
I wouldn't. Yeah. So I'm not saying, like forget the boxes. Why can't you just drop them at that? Because that stuff's there already. I don't agree with that stuff anyway. I'm saying put the things in place and provide support systems for families and for women, and so we don't get to this point.
Everybody would.
You know what I'm trying to say? I don't need to make that statement about sending them to the
bro,
hospital.
That's the main thing that they need to do.
That's been available to us anyway. This is a new thing. There's no new technology or no new thing that's come in and we haven't used it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? None. There's no advancements in life that we took or you give us a new kind of function and we haven't used it. So if you put these boxes on this corner, you are going to use them. And it's not just the people with mental health and the people that are struggling. Like I told you, it's the people that are teetering and are in their yard and they don't know what to do. You get what I'm trying to say? Bare people go through like that. None of them persevere. None of them persevere and raise their children. Because what they took, Like, you get me? Tough times don't last, tough people do. You have the things on the thing, you give them, it's an easier decision for them to make. You get me? People who would have been in that place before and said, nah, you know what? Let me, I got this. Let me go and find whatever support I need. Let me power through and do what I got to do. Them people there are going to say, nah, let me go to the boxes.
Cool. So, Caller, have you got anything else to say?
So I've got a question for him though. So if they
Go on,
don't,
go
you
on.
say you don't agree with the anonymity, can you let me know what the difference is when you know the mother and when you don't know the mother? Like what?
I don't need to know the
significance does that
mother. I'm just saying that they need to look. The same way you lot even said that they won't know the fate of the baby if they drop it off in a box, yeah? At least they know, cool, it's accountable. I dropped him off at the police station, boom, bam, bam, and I can go back and check and see what happened from there. Do you know what I mean? Or they'll get the mother's details and they'll deal with it properly. That box thing, I don't trust it.
No, but deal with it properly. How?
I think
Like,
when the
No,
baby...
please let him speak.
Fam,
I need to
you
know
know what I
because
mean by
he's
deal with
in
it
the wrong-
properly. They'll make sure that the baby goes through the right avenues. Like once you drop your baby off in a box, that's like flipping. I drop off my old clothes to a box.
No, wait.
Come on, man, that's crazy.
These boxes
And I've
are going to
got
be attached.
children as well, so I'm talking from a point of experience. I've got children. I had children young, so I know
That's
not everyone
wonderful.
gets absolved of responsibility.
These boxes are attached. These boxes are attached to churches and they're attached to hospitals. They're not boxes that you go when you go to a random Tesco and there's just a box and you don't know where the clothes are going. These boxes are attached to registered buildings. So, what more do you need to know?
Don't you think it would be fair that any baby that's in the box when they get to a certain age, they can get some information about their background, their history,
About their parents or something, like what happens when they go through the care system, innit?
Well, no, it won't be the parents because the mother was the one who dropped them off. Remember again, the dad don't really have a responsibility like that. They don't need to know about the dad much. It has to be the mother, isn't it? All right, thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Yeah, you should know who your mum is.
Yeah, thank you very much, Caller. Did we get your name?
What's fair?
Imagine I got hereditary
bless,
stuff.
yeah,
If I got
that's-
dropped off in a
Yeah,
box,
thank
when I
you
get to a
very
certain
much,
age, I
for
should be able to
calling
get
in.
information about where I come
Appreciate
from.
you.
Yeah, man. Call again, man.
Yes.
Easy.
There's
Safe.
illnesses that are hereditary. There's all these kind of things. I
Now
should
we
be
care
able to
about
get some information
now
about
we
where
care
I
about
come from.
illnesses.
Question.
But when the father had the child with the mother and just said, "Oh no, you can go forth and you can have the most of the responsibility," he wasn't caring about his hereditary stuff. He wasn't caring about checking whether the child inherited any of his family disease, none of that. But now that the child
Because
is
he
now
thought the
growing
child
up
was gonna be
and
raised
she's
by
gone through
the
the struggle,
mum, he thought the baby was
no,
gonna be
now the
blessed.
child has gone through. She's gone through all the struggle and whatnot. Now you want to come in and say, "Oh, my family's got good genes in that."
You don't
You
think
can
it's fair
fuck
that
right
them
off.
babies in that box, when they reach a certain age, should be allowed to get some information about who they are and where they come from?
Just because you raise your voice doesn't mean you made a point.
I've asked you a question. You could say yes or no. You don't think that's fair?
Brent, what were you saying?
Are you gonna avoid the question?
I'm going to avoid the question because you can't. Anyway, whatever. I'm over it. I'm over it.
Ask me the question. I don't mind talking to you.
Of course, in an ideal world, every child should know where they're coming from. But again, we're not speaking about the child knowing where they're coming. You asked this question. If it's about the child knowing where they're coming from and a child living in a home where they're not being taken care of properly, I think the child being taken care of properly is the most important thing. Where the hell you come from is not the most important thing in the face of not being taken care of properly as a child. So of course, in an ideal world, everyone should know where they come from. Blah blah. That goes without saying. Like that's not something that will make me vote against the box. That's not important enough for me to vote against the box. I don't understand why the anonymity thing. If as a man you cannot understand the way women are shamed for so much in society, things that don't even have, things that is just part of them that they don't even have control over. All of a sudden, people don't trust the police for nothing. They only ever trust the police when it comes to women reporting on sexual assault and not speaking on social media. And now you only trust the police in when women should be putting the babies to the police station and not in flipping boxes. All of a sudden now, whenever it comes to women's issues and things that can actually help women and make their lives a little bit better in society, that's when we want to trust the police. But in everything else, we're not trying to police. It's fuck the police.
Did you
Conversation's
find
a joke.
information about these baby rates?
You couldn't because it's still new.
What about how many babies get abandoned a week in the UK?
Oh, is that the question I was looking to ask Bad for? Bad would have had that.
Okay,
I will.
but what are you going to say, Brent? Anyway.
All right, cool. I actually want to move on, to be honest. Let me not get into this because I have to go at 10.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
yeah,
We'll get to know.
we'll resume this another time.
Brett just clocked it real time.
Yeah, I did.
All right. Like Brent's saying, I guess we could do a part 2 another day, man. But yes, let's wrap it up there, man.
All right.
Right, let's get into our next headlines.
All right, so our next headline, trigger warning here, guys. An assailant injured 3 people on Saturday in a stabbing attack at the major Gare de Lyon train station in Paris. Another nerve-rattling security incident in the Olympic host city before Summer Games open in 6 months. Paris police said that they quickly detained the attacker who used a sharp weapon in the assault at around 8 a.m. One of the people injured was in serious condition, whilst the other 2 were more lightly hurt. The man arrested was found to have an Italian passport on him and did not offer a motive for his actions. Security in Paris has been ramped up as it prepares to welcome the 10,500 Olympians and millions, I should say, of visitors for the first Olympic Games in a century in the French capital. The next headline was basically about the topic of the day, which is about Toyin Odumala's online petition, where she's trying to get baby boxes introduced into the UK, so I won't go into that again. And our last headline, this is more information about that situation last week that we were talking about regarding Imran Khan, the former Prime Minister of Pakistan. Long story short, him and his wife were sentenced to 7 years in prison on Saturday after court ruled that their marriage broke the law. You see how many different things he's been charged for. So it was the third ruling against Khan in the week and comes ahead of national elections on Thursday that he's barred from contesting. The Khans signed their marriage contract in January of 2018 in a secret ceremony 7 months before Imran Khan became the Prime Minister for the first time. His wife Bushra was accused of not completing the waiting period mandated by Islam, called the Iddat, after divorcing her previous husband. It was Bushra's ex-husband, to whom she was married to for 30 years, well, about 30 years, who brought a criminal complaint against the couple. Basically, he said that that a person who had direct knowledge of the entire matter is a person who basically put that forward about the ex-husband being the one who brought the criminal complaint against them. And yeah, man, long story short, the Khans have both denied any wrongdoing, and that's pretty much it for the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
Nice, let's get into some Word on Road. Okay, a lot happened over the weekend, so we'll catch up quickly. On Friday, I forgot to talk about this because I was talking about the whole Little Sims things. But I'm very happy about this just because I just love her so much. But Wendy Williams has got a documentary coming out. It's like a biopic. It looks sad though. I just know it's going to be sad because she's got Graves' disease. Is it Graves' disease? Yeah, she's got Graves' disease. And she's obviously had a lot of like situations. The woman's had so much going on with her. And essentially the trailer is going to go through that. And in the trailer you hear saying how she essentially has no money because she's not in control of her money anymore. And I guess the person, it's like I think someone's got conservatorship over her or something like that anyway. But in the documentary she's basically experiencing all of that stuff. I would definitely be watching it. I can't remember the date it's coming out now, but I will watch it and I will come back with whatever my findings are. But love to Wendy, man. I miss Wendy, especially since how messy this year has been. She would have had a time and a half. Duane Martin, in good news, now love. He's engaged, man.
No, because when you said him, and you said, I love, I thought Will Smith.
Oh. Ridiculous. Do you know what's so crazy there? Because when, the Shade Room posted about his engagement, yeah, Lunel is in the comment talking about, don't do it, girl. It's so bad. That guy is really out of order, as in Will Smith's bodyguard. He was really out of order because when I saw this, I was laughing so much and I was like, this is out of order. But anyways, he proposed to his now fiance. She's a model. Her name's Ashley Marie Jones. I like names like that. But he went on like a helicopter ride and he posted saying, she said, yes, meet my fiance. God don't make people like her in threes. She's rare. She's a heart opener. Her spirit is cherry. I'm hugging gratitude tight. And she also posted saying, this moment is surreal. Wow. 2nd of February 24, a birthday surprise. Yo, I'm a fiance to such an amazing man. I value our connection. It's at high altitude, high frequency, and filled with lots of laughter. Congratulations to them, man. We're out here talking about Tisha Campbell. Leave Tisha alone because Duane allegedly made Tisha broke. So sis is happy to be without. Okay? Let people be. But yes, congratulations to him in all that great stuff. Also, congratulations to Megan Thee Stallion, man. Nicki's having a bad week.
Can I just interrupt you? Sorry. I just want to ask, yeah?
Yeah.
I want you guys to all identify somebody else and answer this question, right? Do you guys believe the situation between Martin and Will Smith? Not you.
Oh, like...
The person you identify with. Not you.
Yes.
Okay. Identity of other mugs. What about you?
The identity of Diddy.
The other person that you identify with, and Brent as well. Not you. The other person.
I have no problem attaching this to my name.
Oh gosh. Okay. What? Actually, let me not laugh. What do you think?
Yes.
Serious?
He's a power bottom.
Did that shit?
And Mugs, what about you?
I don't even know what you said.
And you believe Duane and Will were in an entanglement?
Not you. The person you identify with.
Your AI. Does your AI believe?
Why would that man say that story?
Listen, I believe TB Joshua too. While I'm here. No, not
Oh
TB.
no,
TD Jakes.
Yeah.
Oh, you think TD Jakes is in?
Allegedly. But it's not alleged. It's what I think.
I don't know, man.
I think there's grounds
Why would
to
man
it.
say that story though?
And it's very detailed.
Then why would you just say that? Like,
Sad, isn't it?
A
To destroy him, man.
lot of people saying why is Cat Williams saying he was reading 2,000 books when he was 5.
Well,
I know
is
why
that.
Cat Williams said that though. I know why Cat Williams said that.
Why did you do it?
To make the world go crazy.
No, but
he
who
was
it that
getting
said-
his shit off.
Who was
That
that
was
said
a
that?
that was a masterclass what Cat done.
Yeah, because someone said that how Cat basically, like, when he told Shannon, he said to him, people come on here and lie all the time and you never question them. So people were basically saying Cat then went on to lie
And
and
never get
prove a
questioned.
point. Like, case in point, you're not even questioning me about nothing. I told you I read 2,000 books at the age of 6 and you just lapping up.
Any good storyteller knows you got source is cool. You got to add source, and if it's
That's so
based
funny.
in truths, the sources is all right.
Yeah, it's making a bit of truth here and there, kind of confuse the enemy.
Yeah, if your main thing's based in truth, then we can accept a little source here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Cat knew exactly what he was doing, so that's why he done
Into,
that.
man.
Why did my man say those things about Will Smith?
Also, no, but wait though, have you peeped here? So remember when Jada was outside the Breakfast Club and TMZ asked her and she was like, we suing.
Yeah.
They ain't sued nothing.
Oh, ain't they sued yet?
They sued. Kevin Hart sued his assistant that was saying those things about him. Everybody else is sued. Jada and them have not filed one lawsuit that we know of anyway. And I doubt it's closed books.
This is terrible, man.
Maybe it's coming. Maybe they're waiting for the month of March. Anyways, right. Big up Megan Thee Stallion, as always, the hot girl coach. So basically, she's signed. Well, she's basically signed with Warner Music Group. She had an agreement with them for them to distribute. For them to distribute her music, and also they'll kind of give her that resources and stuff like that. But with that signing, she is still an independent artist. And she will still be able to release her music through Hot Girl Productions. And also, she gets to retain her masters and publishing rights. Her mum, taught her so well, man. Her mum taught her so well. But anyways, for the people that keep saying that she signed and blah, 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 all these entities behind her, this is what's happening. But she posted and said, this is the beginning of an exciting new chapter of my life and career. I'm really focused on building an empire and growing as an entrepreneur. So I'm proud to take this next step in my journey and work with Max Luzada and the entire Warner Music Group team in this new capacity. I know we're going to create history together. I'm so proud of her. She's like Beyonce and Jay-Z's little godchild. It's so sweet. She had an interview as well, and they asked her like who gives her what advice with Beyonce and Jay-Z, and she was saying Beyonce gives her the serious advice, and then Jay-Z gives her like the you're a single girl, like be a hot girl, enjoy your life kind of thing. But she's so sweet, man. I love it for her. The Grammys, man. The Grammys has been a mess. For 1 year, big up Victoria Monet. She cleared the Grammys. Love that for her. Made history. Absolutely amazing. Killer Mike got arrested after winning the Grammy or 2, I think. But basically, so what did he win? He won 3 Grammys: Best Rap Song, Best Rap Performance for Scientists and Engineers, and Best Rap Album as well. And yeah, man, he got arrested. Apparently, allegedly, they're saying that someone on his team. Basically saying that a fight had happened. Basically, it was a whole situation. There was a whole scene, and it involves, I think, security at the Grammys and whatnot. But he was escorted out there in handcuffs. How embarrassing! 3 Grammys to my name, and this is what we're doing. And someone was citing free mic in the video. It's so funny. But anyway, that's what's happening on his side. And then also, Nicki Minaj is having a bad week. Nicki Minaj is having a bad week. I'll tell you why Nicki Minaj is having a bad week, right? Because the Grammys official page accidentally, she was nominated with Ice Spice for their Barbie World song for Best Rap Song, right? And the Grammy page on Twitter, X, accidentally put that she won. Nicki ain't got no Grammys. She ain't got no Grammys. So they accidentally tweeted that she won. She didn't. She didn't win.
Terrible.
Plain in her face, man. This is what.
It was even on the site though.
Oh, gosh.
So I don't know if it was accident.
She does say that they're playing in her face and whatnot, as in the powers that be behind the scenes and whatnot.
Yeah, I think this is a ruler to get her out here.
So that's happening. Yeah, but I think, but you know what's mad? She's not helping them.
Yeah.
She's really making their job easy. Also, Jay-Z's speech, he got the Dr. Dre, is it like, why is Dr. Dre, anyway, whatever, that's another conversation for another day. But basically, he was giving a speech, he got the Dr. Dre Lifetime Award, something like that anyway, to do Grammys and whatnot. And he was doing a speech, and I just love that everyone is in a shady bag this year. I just absolutely love it. But basically, in the speech, he basically said, some of you will feel as though, what was it? He said, some of you will feel like you should have been in a certain category. And some of you feel like you were robbed. But he's like, to be honest, some of you don't even deserve to be in the categories and whatnot. And he was like, oh, when I'm nervous, I tell the truth. And then he said he didn't want to make a scene, but he said that Beyonce, he didn't say Beyonce, but he said this young lady here, and then they showed Beyonce because there she is. He said she's got the most Grammys ever, but she's never won Album of the Year. How does that work? So essentially, he used his moment to call out the Grammys, call out people, shady people, all that kind of stuff. I've never really heard Jay-Z speak like that. I don't really hear him speak. And okay, so this is why I don't think I can listen to like Jay-Z rap and stuff. His voice sounds weird. I don't know if that makes sense.
He said you can't listen to him rap.
No, I can't, Brett.
That's his whole identity.
I know.
You've never heard any
Some
Jay-Z
said that
songs?
Beyonce's husband.
No, Jay-Z's wavy.
Apparently.
Jesus Christ.
I've heard him on like, obviously with songs with Beyonce, I'll listen to this. But I can't take him, and I listen to him on Nice Watch with J. Cole, because obviously J. Cole. But the thing about his voice, it just sounds, I can't describe what it sounds like. It sounds like a parody. Anyway, whatever. But this was the most I've actually ever heard him speak. And it sounded cool, man. But big up him for winning that. And Blue Ivy was on the stage looking beautiful as ever. She's also got a Grammy. Gosh, she's got a Grammy too. Obviously, people are basically comparing Jay-Z's moment to Kanye's moment. And basically people were saying that, yeah, but Kanye used somebody else's moment to call out the Grammys. But Jay-Z actually used his moment to do that, essentially. He also... It was funny. I think it's a funny speech. I like shady stuff, so I was here for it. And of course, Drake as well. I forgot to even add him to my list of things. He had a concert over the weekend or something like that, yeah. And then he was going to play Work, the song Work with Rihanna. And then he goes to the audience, oh, I can't sing the song anymore, or I don't perform this song anymore, but you can. Essentially, you can have at it. I think you're such a... That's why Ramsey was talking about him the way he was, man. Such a weirdo. Why is it on your set list then? If you don't like the woman, or if you don't like the song, why is it on your set list? For you to be a B word and then come and be like, oh, I don't pay attention to this song anymore, but you can sing it. Boy, bye. But anyways, he did chime in on the Grammy talk. He posted on his Instagram story saying, he basically had a picture of like when he won a Grammy, and that quote that when he said, you've already won if you have people who are singing your songs word for word, if you're a hero in your hometown, basically. And then he captioned that and said, all you incredible artists, remember this show isn't the facts. It's just the opinion of a group of people whose names are kept a secret. Literally, you can Google them. Congrats to anybody winning anything for hip hop, but this show doesn't dictate shit in our world. So he's standing with the people that didn't win, man. And then lastly, on the Grammy situation, Tyla, the girl who sings the Water song, banger, she won her first ever Grammy, and the song is for Best African Music Performance. And it's her first ever award because people kind of she kind of went mainstream last year. So that's a tune. And obviously people are basically like, it kind of sparked that whole conversation about does a Grammy really mean anything? Because people love struggle. You love struggle and employment, struggle friendships, struggle family ships. You just like struggle in your life. So basically people are kind of saying, I guess they're questioning the legitimacy of her winning because she's a new artist. I'm sorry, do you see how her waist moves? She deserves it. She should have had all. She deserves it, and it's the best African music performance. I know Davido was in the category as well, for Unavailable. I know Ira Star was in there as well. I'm here for Tyla, man. She's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous South African babe. And the way her waist moves like water, honey, she deserves that Grammy for the performance. Sis can perform, I'll tell you that. So that's what's happening on the streets of the Grammys.
Flowdown won a Grammy.
Who?
Flowdown.
You know, I thought you said Florida.
No,
I said.
Flowdown won a Grammy, man. That's cold.
That's sick.
That's mad. Big up Flowdown.
Love that, man. See? It's good things, man. Not every day we struggle. Let people enjoy their moments and enjoy their awards and stuff. Don't be criticizing me and whatnot. But big up them. What else on my list today? Hold on. Oh, the UK was in a chokehold on Saturday. Brent, what are you doing over there?
I'm looking to see the waist.
Brent, the waist. Watch her on like Jimmy Fallon when she's performed on those kind of shows. Is that her?
I don't know.
That's not her.
It looks like her. Why she dancing, man?
Oh, that is her. But that's thingy. That's zoomed in. You're not seeing the waist. You're only seeing the top part. Zoom out.
No. Here we go.
Look at the waist.
It's always gal with nothing that want to do that foolishness, isn't it? How come gal with nothing can move like? It's so annoying.
So that's weight. So
It's always gal with nothing that want to do foolishness. It's like
She's got a little bump. She's got a nice bump for her frame.
leave that to gal with back. Let's see.
Yeah, but how would we? Yeah, anyway, you know what? No.
Shaking your chopsticks.
Yo, Jess.
Put something on X. Let me just put it up.
What?
You put something on X, right?
I
Oh,
put
the
something
woman,
on
the
X.
girl on the bike.
I don't know. I think it was.
I couldn't. It was because I couldn't believe it. The girl on the cycling bike.
Oh,
I nearly blocked you.
why?
You blocked you. To get me behind me, Satan.
Why would you block me for?
It triggered me, man.
Why did you get triggered?
I've said the story before, but I'm not getting into it now because it's gonna be a thing.
Just say it quickly, man. Say it in 2.5 speed.
Nope.
No, I want to know.
No, hold up. I'm trying to find Mags. MT. You're shadow banned as well, isn't it?
Probably,
Yes.
yeah. I think they unshadow by me, but then they put me back again. I don't even talk on there, man. Why are they bothering me for?
Yeah, but when you talk a lot. That's why Elon had a meeting with the people at the office, the HQ. He said,
I'm gonna message Elon, man. I need to come off that shadow ban. At the end of the day, because I ain't do nothing. And I'm way more well behaved now.
You're all right, to be fair. Are you looking for a Brent or?
I can't find it.
Well, basically, so that's what's happening with all the Grammys and whatnot. But anyway, UK Badders. So remember the show, UK Badders?
I can find it. I sent it to you, Brent.
Thank you.
To be fair, it does tie into the Badders situation anyway. But so Lani Good was on Sky News to promote her show, UK Badders and whatnot. And there was a lot of backlash. People were basically saying, because you worry about how white people look at you. No, even if you're the well-behaved black, they still look at you like you're a Negro. But anyways, so it was on Sky News talking about the show and whatnot. Okay, this is the lady.
Oh, you found her?
Working out. That's all she's doing, working out.
Just working out, man. Get it in.
This is why they shadow ban you.
They shadow banned me because of that.
This kind of stuff.
That's not shadow ban worthy.
Nah, this one isn't. But
You done.
I don't post fuckery on my page.
You've done worse, to be honest.
I stopped. I don't post bad.
Yeah, anymore. Obviously, once you realize it might not be.
There's something you said. There was something you tweeted yesterday, though.
I didn't
There's something
realize.
you
I didn't
tweeted
realize
and
nothing.
I was gonna quote
You told
tweet.
me to stop.
This was before Elon took over.
This is turned
This was
down.
before Elon took over, innit? Because I think whatever you were doing would have run in Elon's.
Oh,
stewardship.
yeah, 100%. Elon would have loved this.
Yeah. Sorry, Esther, go on.
It's alright. But yeah, so the Lani Good was on not on UK Badders. She's on UK Badders, but she was on Sky News promoting UK Badders and whatnot. And basically there was a lot of mixed reviews on there. Azeez did feature in the Clippers in the interview thing as well. And basically they were asking Lani about it. And basically Lani just said, listen, yeah. She said she didn't want to sit down waiting for opportunities to come her way. She didn't want to sit down for I'm a Celebrity or wait for Love Island or wait for this. So she gathered her coins and she invested in herself and she created a show. She said these shows are women who just want to be bad. They want to act bad. Word to Diddy. Diddy told you all to be acting bad. People are acting bad. And she basically said that that's what happened. And she filmed the show, And yeah, those are the results. And obviously Ziza was in there saying as well that she feels like black women are seen a certain way, and so we're seen as aggressive, we're seen as this, we're seen as that, blah, 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 blah. And then all this does is just furthers that narrative. But you know what? I'm in a place of just letting people do whatever it is that they want to do. You know what I mean? Just do whatever it is that you want to do.
I guarantee you that Lani's going to get the last laugh out of all this.
No, but I don't remember when we talked about it.
Keep hating on this girl. And she's a mad woman, don't get me wrong. But after a while, like...
It's two things I'm true at once.
Yeah, after a while, we just got to leave her and let her land.
But remember I said, yeah, that when we posted it, I said, yeah, that if the Americans get a hold of this, she is going to be the UK's Mona Scott Young. Because Americans do these kind of shows. There's a Badders show in America. There's different like East Coast, West Coast, all that kind of stuff. She's just done the UK version.
Let her get her money, man.
I think she's going to get an investment for the second season.
Trailblazer,
I really
man.
see it.
Because
even Zeus reposted it. Reposted the trailer and whatnot. They're actually promoting now for her in the US. So I honestly think the second season, it's on Ray J and them. Watch.
Yeah, I hope it works out. I don't care whether they're embarrassing themselves or whatever. If she makes money and this gets successful, then more power to her. You get me?
Well, I don't
black
like
people always trying to hold that. He's trying to hold people to accountable, man. And like,
boy, let's
not
speak.
When it's trash TV, trash TV is trash TV.
It's literally trash TV. But there's
Like,
Geordie Shore.
Geordie Shore is vile.
Geordie Shore, X on the beach, all them Towie where they're slapping each other up.
Forget all of
these shows.
Forget all of them. The only one you need is Geordie Shore. And I was an average Geordie Shore watcher. I watched every single episode. The way that these people behave, every week, this is ridiculous. And they're not even there just arguing amongst each other. They're getting slammed up regular. Like, you know what I'm trying to like regular, no games. You get what I'm trying to say? Like pure wickedness and skullduggery on that show. It's the same shit, is what it is.
Do you think they can afford to though?
Who, the white people?
Yeah.
Why can't the black people afford to?
Because maybe there's not enough positivity, not enough diversity in other areas.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting
compared
though?
to them.
But it's just, sorry to cut you, but there's black there's American examples of it anyway.
Yeah.
So
Love and Hip Hop.
So what are we doing there? What are we talking about?
Like the Badders show she's done, she's not the first one to have thought of a Badders. Like there's literally Badders East Coast or Badders something. Like there's different Badders shows. There's a whole Badders page that promotes all the different like versions. You know how you got like Love and Hip Hop New York, Love and Hip Hop and Atlanta. They've got a Badders version of that, and she's just done a UK one. I think the issue with black people. I get your point in that with black people, there's sometimes we can't afford to move how other people move because of how it is that society treats us and stuff. But I think sometimes it gets to a point where it's like, when we're doing good, society treats us the same way. When we're doing bad, it's so we just have to let the people that want to act the way they want to act, they don't define the rest of us. And I think that's why I don't take it. When I was young, I used to think, oh, like, it's making us look bad, But I realized that even as a quote-unquote good black, I still get looked and I still get judged in the same... Do you mean the stereotypes still are what they are? And I think with black people, we're not all the same people. There's black nerds, there's black goths, there's black rappers, there's black, opera singers. We're so diverse as black people that I don't feel like as a black person, you should feel like who you are is dictated by a Badders show. It's not you, then leave it. What I don't like that people are doing, so obviously she put, the first episode was out on YouTube and whatnot, like a premiere of it. But the rest of it is behind a paywall because she invested like 20K into it. And people are now leaking it where people can watch it for free.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that.
Let me get that leak. You got it?
Of course I don't. What kind of question is that?
Entertainment, guys.
That's not mine.
How?
No, I don't have it. I'm not watching that show.
I want to watch it. I ain't paying for that shit.
I think Lana should do whatever she's doing. Good to her, yeah. But I'm not supporting her by watching the show. But the much support I'm giving is Word on Road. I'm not watching that.
No, I'm gonna watch it. I think it's gonna annoy me. I don't think it's gonna be entertaining. I think it's gonna highly
One of the girls got her braids ripped out. But I don't think you're gonna start. I'm not saying like a single braid, as in like, see my hair plaited down. That was ripped out. A cane row was ripped out.
Do we need to see that on TV though?
We don't. We is French. I don't. So I don't see it. But there's people that like stuff like that. So there's a market for it. That's why it's gonna pop off. Because there's a market for things like that. So good luck to her. But I don't agree with people sharing free links though. I don't think that's nice. I think get girl her money back. She invested.
I think everybody's just hating, man. People have been exploiting people on TV from the beginning of the time.
I
was just about to say that because like a lot of people watch like the boxing for free, for example.
You know what I'm saying?
Why can't I do that to her then?
Nah, man.
You can't have it both ways.
I did not think that's what you gave me your sentence.
You can't have
I'm
it
so
both
glad
ways.
I did not agree with it. I was going to agree, and I'm glad I let you land. Because she invested money into it. Like, let her do her thing, man. Support a black business.
Boxers did the same thing.
Support a black business, bro. Are you watching? What's it called? Who are you watching? Is the boxers black?
Yes, sometimes.
Well, you just have no morals. But support a black business and pay £5 to watch Lani's good thing.
Question: suppose Sky picks this up and puts it, shows it to their national audience,
Yeah.
and people in them shires and whatnot now believe that this is what black women are like.
Who gives a fuck what they think? That's what they think anyway. They don't know no difference. They see the American girls and twerking and sexy reds and fucking gorillas and all this. That's just what they think anyway. You care so much what people think. You let alone they get our money. It ain't changing nothing. Ain't helping. Ain't doing nothing. You don't go to the shire anyway. Ain't affecting you as you're one of the good blacks you're gonna get on with your life. These are just too inner people's business and just too worried and just talking nonsense and all this representation thing and thinking. What do you do to represent anybody else? Like, what do you do for yourself? You're worried about everybody else. Leave her there, get our money, man.
Is this kind of like when the music industry promotes like mumble rap and that type of degenerative black culture, and it's copied by the youth? A question. Let me start asking.
No, why? What do you think? You're saying that behaviour is gonna?
Could this be because obviously Sky putting up on their flipping platform.
The behavior exists,
and it's going to be beneficial for Lani, 100%.
If the behavior didn't exist, you couldn't film it.
Yeah, I hear you.
So it already exists. It's just being televised now.
We talk about this as it pertains to the whole bringing certain or changing the curriculum in schools for certain ideologies, right? And we argue against it because of the malleable nature of these young children. And we argue against it. Couldn't this have the same effect?
No. What? So, yeah, that's not this UK Badger show's worse than any show that's ever been on TV before, or the Bad Girls Club, or this. What the fuck are we doing there? Because it's close to home. Because it's Lani. This is what we're gonna do. Like this is the worst show that's ever been made. Lani's gonna come and influence all these little girls and all these stuff, and all the other shows ain't doing nothing.
It's because it's black.
This is what we're saying.
So I'm not sure. I don't know Lani. I care less.
No, I hear that. No, because the point that you're making, I get the point that you're making, but you putting that towards the Badger show, you can put that towards everything.
What I'm essentially saying is when it is that we were talking about bringing certain aspects of sex education or teaching certain things to young children, and you were saying, some people were saying, well, it's a small minority in this particular country, the demographic of trans, very, 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 very small. So why are you make it a thing, right? This whole gender conversation we've been having. And you were saying at the time, yeah, but if it is that you're basically bringing it to the children, they're going to want to do that. It's going to basically introduce something to them that
they're going to want to do.
Yeah.
Just like the baby boxes.
I can hear
Sorry, I don't know.
I can hear the argument, but if we keep it consistent, let's apply it to all. I don't mind you saying that argument.
No, but I'm saying so in this way you're going to hold. But how come you're going to how come now you decide to hold Badders to that standard when there's bare other shows previous to it?
As in black shows, because they're not picking up the positive black shows. They're not pushing that. Sky News is pushing this. Don't you think? That's good. Don't you think it was a sinister? Tweet that they put out?
I don't know, but it's going to backfire on them. That's good for Lani. This is good. The Sky News posting that was good. It was good for Bad. It was good for the show. It was good for the brand. It was good.
She's going to get picked up. She's going to have more money, production money, right? The production quality is going to get better. Yeah. And there's going to be more entries.
Exactly. It was good.
The type of caliber of the bad ones that you see,
going to go
up.
Yeah.
It might get more entertainment.
Sky, that was a W for me. Whether people look at it like they're trying to embarrass or whether they're trying to highlight black people and try and make us, that was a W for me. When I saw that guy around on thing, I'm saying that's lit.
All right.
It's good.
Do you, or would you prefer if they also gave those opportunities to positive examples?
I don't like positive. I don't like positive shit. What kind of show? It's going to be boring. What show are we talking about? Give me an example.
Oh, so you're saying that your production bag couldn't come up with something entertaining and positive? You can.
Probably, but you know me, I prefer ratchet shit anyway. If I get my production bag and I'm going to go off in it, I'll probably have a house full of whores as well. Okay. I'll get my... You know what? Sorry, let me.
No, you started. Go on.
No, I'm done.
It's not funny. Nah, you can never brunch again, you know. One brunch. Anyway, that's that, man. We've got to go. So, what we do next? People's Journal, please.
Yeah. All right, people, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. First thing I want to talk about quickly is the strikes. Obviously, gave you updates on all the strikes last week. The only thing that's occurring this week is today, and that's Chiltern, Cross Country, and Great Western Railway. But also, apparently, more than 300 union members will stage 2 48-hour strikes after receiving lower than inflation pay offer. This is according to RMT. So basically, security, station, revenue, and control staff are amongst those who are going to be taking industrial action. And that's basically going to be throughout the London Overground. And it's going to take place on the 19th of February, the 20th of February, and also on the 4th and the 5th of March. So bear that in mind. If you take the London Overground, that may affect the service to some degree anyway.
Make me sweat. Make me holler.
I've been practicing. Trying to get the
Twinkle.
no the bounce.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, guys. Black Rob here. I actually went to watch a film called American yesterday, and it actually kind of spoke to the whole. I think there's a correlation to the storyline to that. Have you seen the trailer? It's Issa Rae and some other guy.
What's it called?
One of the guys. American Fiction.
Okay.
No.
You should check the trailer out. Check it out. But it's about how there's this guy, and he's like a well-to-do. He comes from a family. He's quite affluent. He's from a black family, and he's a writer. He's a book writer, and he writes all these kind of really like highbrow novels. Are like really intricate, and his books ain't selling well. So as a joke, he's writing really like base level, like hood, like as a joke, he wrote the script as a joke where it's like this guy with an eye patch and he's gang, and then he doesn't know his dad, and then he kills his dad, and then it's like he tries to make it as like typical as possible as a joke. Even like the title book is like it's a pathology with an F, the TH, like it's like a writing in Bonics and stuff like that. He just like he's basically done it as a joke, basically. And then the book, the publishing company is awesome. We're going to sell lots of these. It starts spiraling and it be popular, and then they want the movie and everything. And it's just basically it's all about how when he's writing really like intricate stuff, they're like, oh no, I want that from you. Write me something real, something really about your background. It's like, mate, I grew up in the suburbs. No, we need support. So he pretends like he pretends he's a writer that came out of jail and stuff like that, and that this is like he wrote this book in jail. There's a certain type of narrative from black people, and when it gets into the public, these like white execs are like, and it's so real, it's so like it's so of the time and stuff, and you need to watch it. It's quite interesting. I feel like that's what almost happens with like this, like the Bad as UK. The reason why it's getting the Sky News coverage and all that stuff is because they're like, okay, yeah, this kind of speaks to the narrative that we want to paint. So let's push this to the front. I'm sure there's other stuff. I'm sure Carla will do a documentary about something really interesting, and it won't get that Bad as UK do. I'm not against her doing it. I'm against the fact that it's getting so much pushed by the mainstream media. I think there is something sinister to it. And also, I think the difference between the UK and the American ones is that the American black economy is big enough that it can be self-sufficient. You can have like Love and Hip Hop, and then only black people can watch it. We all talk about it together, and then it'll community, and it'll be kind of an economy that needs outside, and like black people watch it, black people comment on it, people will promote it, and then it'll stay, and everyone can just watch it together. But it's too small for that to be a viable business model unless others watch it. And that's when you get like the rest of Middle England watching it and going, see, this is what I always thought about them. It just confirms it, and that's the problem.
All right.
Great points. Thank you very much, Black Rob. And I think I will check out that movie recommendation.
Yeah.
Is it Issa Rae, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, check it out. It's a good film.
And I think I might make a topic of the day on that about the whole is something sinister about the promotion of Bad as UK. I think that's something we can definitely talk about.
Yeah,
But yeah,
All
thank you
I
very
need,
much.
I need to
Let's go.
get some funding. How much did Lani pay for that? £25? I need 50 grand.
£25.
Yeah, I think it said 20. I think she said 20K.
I think it was 25.
25.
Okay, yes, I'm right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's self-funded, you know. Nah, big up her, man.
You could do a whip round with your brethren and make a was it
50.
Do a
I
black
love
Playboy house,
Marga.
Playboy mansion.
I love Marga. 6 weeks. Me in the yard full of bitches and they're fighting for my heart.
Good as UK.
Bachelor.
Like that.
All right, guys, bye.
Later, thank you.
I think that will go off.
If you're serious, I'll invest. If you're serious, I'll invest. Listen, I'm a capitalist.
I said economics is life.
Hey, if I could find that, I'd shoot that. Normal.
Don't tempt me.
Don't tell me the good time now.
That would be crazy. You see me on Zeus.
Yeah, honestly, you partner with Ray J. And Speedy Bikes.
Let me see if I can get that done. Ain't there no investors in the community?
First of all,
I need 50,000.
I need that money for other things. First of all.
All right.
Yeah,
How long do you think Facebook's been out?
Oh, 2009. 8. Not 9.
Okay, 2009.
I think so.
No, that's when I started using
2006.
it was before that.
Your energy's on 100 today. 2006.
She's right.
2006. Okay.
No, it's all free.
Okay. And Brent?
Pretend I'm not here.
Okay.
He made it in college. It was about for not long. It just got popular later. It was about ages. They was using it in the colleges and that. So
Okay.
I'm wrong. Go on.
2004. For some reason, I thought it was longer than that, you know?
No, but he had it up. Like that's when he made it
Oh my
global.
gosh,
You're saying
20
2004.
years.
No, I think...
Because in the film, he
from
had
when-
it in the
Yeah.
unis and that, innit?
Yeah.
Apparently, no, he launched it 4th of February 2004 from his Harvard dormitory.
Oh, okay.
So that's when it started, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
20
anyway,
years.
just wanted to mention, 20
Happy
years.
20 years anniversary,
Done
Mark.
well, man. It's worth over what? Like $1 trillion or something, innit?
Ain't they losing money all the time? I was like,
I think it goes up and down. But when you get to that level,
I don't mind.
you don't
That-
need
that
to-
ain't a problem.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Apparently, even though some people seem to be, what do you call it? There has been a big drop in the sales of electric vehicles. Apparently, the UK registered its 1 millionth electric car last month, man. There's 1 million electric cars, I guess, theoretically on the road in the UK. So, yeah, maybe it's picking up, who knows, but we'll see in the future. Next thing I wanted to mention briefly is just that Namibia's president, passed away early on Sunday, 82 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and we've got the new president now. So the new president's been sworn in.
Overnight.
Yeah, well, he was the vice president.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, he's basically just been sworn in basically just hours after he himself announced the death of his predecessor. And the last thing I wanted to mention is just in Nigeria, there was like a major blackout. In my head, I was thinking,
That's not major.
This
That's
just normal?
Nepa tic-tac all the time.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, apparently it was because of some other stuff that was happening due to the national grid collapse.
Last time they were trying to sneak Buhari back into the country. So
Well,
look at his doppelganger.
but yeah, man, they fixed that problem apparently. So we'll be back to sporadic electricity. And the last thing I wanted to mention is just apparently the Nigerian president's office raised a lot of eyebrows, man, because they claimed that Nigeria has the lowest cost of living in Africa. Yeah, apparently this is on a website called Numbeo, which is the online cost of living database. And Nigeria does have the top score for affordability. However, I just want to add a little asterisk there.
Yeah.
It doesn't include all the 54 nations of Africa.
Okay.
It only includes 23 of the continent. So far, I guess it's the best. But yeah, you still got another 50% more to consider. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the People's Journal, man.
All right, thank you. Let's get into our last headlines for today.
All right, so the next thing I wanted to mention is somebody by the name of Esther Martin, who's 68. Trigger warning, guys. She
all, don't-
sadly...
When you said Esther Maya, you looked at me, right?
No.
I thought you gave me a head nod. I thought the person won something, got a Lifetime Achievement Award.
I wouldn't do that. It's sad news, man.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah, she's 68, and she died at the scene of an attack by dogs, man, on Saturday
saw that.
afternoon. Yeah, she went visiting her grandson.
Was it one of them XL bullies?
It was.
Yes, it was. Yes.
It was a racist one too.
But yeah, man,
They're
sad.
not
Man.
beating them charges.
No,
Never.
no
Man,
chance.
they couldn't.
What, the bullies?
And the owners.
Yeah, no, no.
But yeah, man, she was visiting her grandson at the time of the attack, and it was stated that the 11-year-old ran outside screaming for help whilst some neighbours
Oh,
grabbed
that's horrible.
spades to try and fight off the dogs. Yeah, man.
Oh no, that's so traumatizing.
Yeah, her daughter was speaking to the BBC and basically said that the animals were the banned XL bully dogs that you guys just mentioned. But police have said that they're waiting for the breed to be confirmed by experts. But yeah, 39-year-old man's been arrested on suspicion of dangerous dog offences and the animals have been destroyed.
Apparently he's a breeder as well.
There you go. Next headline, and 25-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder after a passenger was pushed onto the tracks at a busy station. Yeah, members of the public managed to help to save the passenger after he was shoved by pulling the male victim back onto the platform before a train arrived. He didn't suffer any serious injuries, but yeah, that's what's happening. And the detectives from the BTP, the British Transport Police, are appealing for witnesses to the attack, which happened on Saturday. And the suspect remains in custody.
That's not worse for you. I don't stand close.
Yeah, man, it's terrible. And the last thing I wanted to mention is just a bit of an update on that situation with that chemical attack suspect. So long story short, a reward of up to £20,000 is being offered for information leading to his arrest. Police have warned that anyone found harbouring or assisting him will be arrested. Good. As the search is now in its 5th day. The Met Police said today that the last confirmed sighting of him is now 9:33 p.m. on the day of the attack when he exited Tower Hill Underground Station. He's an Afghan national and he's described to have significant injuries to the right side of his face and has been urged to hand himself in by a spokesperson of the Afghanistan and Central Asian Association. And that's it for the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
Thank you. Let's get into reaction.
Telling people to join the Discord.
Yeah.
Have you joined it already?
Have I joined it?
Yeah.
You know I'm not accessible like that.
He says it's why he's on a daily morning show. I'm not accessible like that.
What are we doing? Are we doing
Able to join Discord,
Yeah.
what for the reaction?
Yeah, he's gonna have it out there.
Yeah, man.
That's how we created it.
And tomorrow we can tell them the stuff.
So what we do? Do it here? Can we join it from in here?
What do you mean?
You're telling people to join Discord now,
Yeah,
and we're
you
going to do
guys
a reaction on
talk
Discord.
there.
Nah, tomorrow.
So we're doing a reaction tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're telling them to join Discord. I'm confused. Because obviously we ran out of time saying what we actually did.
Yeah, well, we spent 2 minutes. We're now more time.
Everybody join Discord. Discord, please.
Yeah, he's going to talk about the
links
sports
in the links in the chat. And yeah, man.
It's a big weekend of sports. You know what? Tomorrow we'll have a proper
we'll
reaction.
Yeah, 100%,
and we react to everything that happened over the weekend.
100%.
Great night of sport as well.
I've got a treat for you guys as well tomorrow.
Is it?
I do.
Is it Jollof rice?
No, I'm not here when you're Discording. You can really have at it.
What's going with that?
Is it Chichi okay?
I've been cancelling it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
done it.
outro then.
All right, let's get into the outro with people. So these are confusing me. I'm looking at them like, what?
Nice and brief. Thank you very much. As you guys can tell, we are people on a mission, loves. We are on a mission, so we gotta go. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it as always. We always do. Please like the video. If you're for the boxes, like the video. If you're against the boxes, like the video. If you're just sick of all this bullshit, like the video either way, right? Subscribe to the channel as well. Big up our researchers. Big up everyone that called today as well. Follow us on social media platforms, The Day After TNB, on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. And the number for your dilemmas is 075-6484-1073. If you want to inquire about the show, feature on the show, the email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Have a great day.
Just to clarify, yeah, you're saying their boxes are only attached to like hospitals and churches and shit.
Yeah, obviously no, because
So
there's a whole
they're not
con
like
about
just like next to Lidl and that.
no.
All right.
So it's gonna be attached to like reputable places.
Okay, cool.
Because one of the cons was about fears about trafficking. But then you shouldn't be if there's a box attached to a corner shop. Don't put your kid in there. Do you know what I mean?
All right, cool. Just
Yeah.
making that aware. Wasn't sure because when I heard boxes, I was just thinking high street.
No.
So you did all of that for.
You changed your mind?
No, I don't want them in no goddamn boxes. I was just checking.
Wow, love that for everybody. Goodbye.
Peace.